What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 5 and I've been rewatching Initial D recently and I was like, I want to go on this game and try to build something that is kind of reminiscent to what Initial D's cars are like and see if we can build something kind of nice, right? Basically what I want to do is I want to build something that's kind of low enough in horsepower that's just fun to drive, but also at the same time I still want it to handle very, very well, but also make it so instead of it handling like a racing car, so basically just gripping up at every single corner, make it so it kind of slides out a little bit, so going around in like four-wheel sliding pretty much every single corner on like a mountain pass. So that's what's happening in today's video, and this is my choice, an S14. I love these things, man. I really, really love these things. I think they look so cool. The front end of these are so aggressive, especially compared to... I always get these confused. Is this the Zenki? Is this the Zenki S14 and then the other one's the Kuki S14? Or is it the other way around and this is the Kuki and the other one's the Zenki? I don't know, you guys can correct me in the comments. I always forget and I get them mixed up. Regardless of that, I want to build this thing, like I said, for a mountain pass racing. I'm not going to bring it on the Golden Toe Gate. I'm going to bring it on a different track. Now, like I said, it's not going to be incredibly powerful or whatever. I'm not going to do anything crazy to it. I will, however, make it kind of look the part and give it a couple of bits and pieces here and there. Like COS kit would be kind of nice. I'm going to kind of lower it a little bit. No ugly wings on this thing, though. I'm not going to pick something disgusting for it. Like the big Country Labs wings or anything like that. I'm not going to do anything crazy like that. I'm going to leave, actually, the stock wing on that because it just looks... it looks a little bit better. COS kit on the back and then side skirts as well with the COS kit. I also want to be able to slide this thing, but at the same time be able to drive it properly. I'm only going to go with like street tire compound as well. So even though I'm only going to give it a tiny bit more grip than what it usually has. 205s in the front. We'll go, I think 225 should be fine. 225s in the front and 225s in the rear. Maybe we can do a staggered set, 225, 235s. We go ahead and pick a set of wheels for this thing as well. There's quite a bunch of different options for this. I think some work Maestro wheels would probably be really, really nice for this thing. I still want to go with something like Japanese and like period correct. Like even these. Well, let me go back up again. Even these Advent wheels, I don't know, for whatever reason they kind of suit this car. It's just I've seen S14s on these wheels before. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. And again, I'm trying to get this thing to kind of race downhill, you know, instead of just drifting down the hill. Even though I will end up sliding this thing quite a lot going down the hill because, like I said, it is a car that is that's basically got to be built like the old Japanese cars that usually go around on mountain pass roads. Something like these, I actually really don't mind these at all, to be honest with you. Nothing too crazy with the spokes. Even these, maybe the RSAs, I kind of like these as well. They look kind of decent. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with a set of these. We'll go with a set of these and I'll make them slightly bigger in size. Only 17s. Because they'll look kind of interesting if I do that. Track width as well. I need to change that because it just looks a little odd having the wheels like that. And again, like I said, it's just simple bits and pieces here and there. Like for the clutch as well, I'm just going to go with like street upgrades as well for this. Transmission I'm not even going to touch. Drive shaft, I'm not going to change that. Diff, however, I will end up giving this thing a... I'll give it a race diff, just because then it's adjustable in whatever way I want it. Which is perfect. Brakes, I'm going to upgrade the brakes. Just do something like that. I'm not going to go with full carbon ceramics. Same with suspension. Suspension, I am going to go with fully customizable suspension. Should I go with drift suspension or am I go with race suspension? It doesn't really matter too much, right? As long as I buy anything that's fully customizable. Again, the height drop is fine. Maybe this. Sports springs and dampers. Do we have any adjustability at all? We don't have any adjustability at all, though, if I pick those. The drift suspension does give me a big drop, but with this, I can also go and adjust pretty much everything to the way I want to. Plus, I have the extra steering angle if I really, really wanted to. Yeah, I'm going to pick that, actually. I am going to pick that. ARB is just going to go with the sports ones for these front and rear. Cage, I will put a cage on it because it just looks cool from the inside. No weight reduction at all. This looks really good, actually. Once this lowered, I may change the track width a little bit more. And then again, like I said, with the power, I'm gonna do something simple, like, you know, like an intake. We'll do like a sports intake, And then same with the exhaust. I'm gonna upgrade the exhaust, put a sports exhaust on this thing. Like, what else would people actually change on this car? Maybe bigger turbo, injector valves, anything like that. Maybe bigger turbo. We could try to do that. I mean, 300 horsepower I think is a bit too much already. 240 something. It's probably nice. Yeah, I don't really know if I want to change anything else on this thing. Power-wise, I think we're fine with that. What do I want to do? I want to change the track width a little bit more, right? This is basically just the same thing as adding spacers. I'm going to do that. And then the rear as well. I'm going to make it stick out quite a bit. Okay, well, this is going to get lifted slightly right now. So this is pretty much what we're working with. Just a little bit more power, and then a bit more grip as well. So we should be fine with driving this thing down like a mountain pass or up a mountain pass, whatever. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at the tune really quick here. Can't adjust anything here, which is perfectly fine. This is just way too much camera. Let's get rid of a bunch of that. We'll keep it at maybe -3. Do that. I definitely want this thing to kind of sway into corners and go sideways. So that's fine. I'm going to lift this car up a little bit. Like I said, I don't want this thing to be like a full-on race car. I'm going to soften the front end for both the springs and make it just softer than the rear, basically. Like so. And then the diff, just gonna bring this up to about 80%. The deceleration, actually, deceleration I'm gonna leave alone. I'm not gonna touch that. That's pretty much what we're working with. As for the design and paints, I'm down to go and paint this thing something else, a different color. I do like the standard paint that's on this thing. I always love the green on it, or this blue. The blue looks really, really good. We could go with something like silver. It kind of stands out a little bit. I don't know. I think either the green or the blue. I think the blue is probably going to be the best color for this thing. And then for the wheels, I'm going to go and paint these. I was thinking about going and painting these all either fully white or go with like silver or something. Like a nice reflective silver. Could do something like this, maybe? Semi-gloss? Because it kind of is. What's this look like? They look a little bit more grey than silver there. I don't want to paint these chrome. I think they'll just look ugly in chrome. I don't know. These kind of have a bit of a chrome lip on them. They don't really look that different to the standard ones. They kind of look the same. Maybe something like this could work. And then inner barrel, paint that the same color. And the outer lip, then we can change that so it's whatever color we want. I don't mind this one being reflective, which aluminium polish is probably the nicest. Okay, I think I'm done. Tints, we could put a set of tints on this thing. Let's put some blue tints on it because it's just funnier if we have slightly blue tints on this car. Alright, that looks kind of clean. Okay, like I said, initial D-type build right here. Nothing too crazy on the power or anything like that. And then hopefully just get this thing to drive around corners, go sideways pretty much around every single corner. It looks clean. It looks kind of clean. It's been a while since I just came on this game and just like build a car. It's not significantly faster than what it was before. It definitely changes directions a little better. What about slow corners? Okay, I like it. I do like it. Okay, and I have the perfect track as well to try this out on. Let me go over into my favorites here, real quick here. There we go. We got Hokkaido Touge. Hairpins, all sorts. Let's go. I've featured this track before on a previous video. And I ended up messing around with it. I don't remember what car I brought it down. It was probably like an 8.6 or something like that. Surprise, surprise. That's why I didn't pick the 8.6 for this. And I wanted to pick a car that's like kind of not really like big in the series, if that makes sense. I wanted to pick something just and create my own version of it. So this is pretty much what we're working with here. This S14. I like it though. It's clean. I wish you could change the exhaust though. I really wish you could change the exhaust. perfect. Perfect. Like I said, I wanted this thing to be able to just transfer weight very, very easily around corners. That's actually kind of clean. It works really well with the way I wanted it to. Now when I had to actually tap the handbrake. It drives really nicely. Oh, this is so much more fun, man, than like maxing out cars or anything like that. It works so well. It genuinely works so well. This is perfect. It's exactly what I wanted it to feel like. I wanted to like grip around corners, but at the same time be able to go around them sideways. Just kind of control my slide with my throttle and that's it. Steering basically just kind of optional there. Then it's only on the way out to use my steering to kind of push myself back in a straight line. This is working out so well. This is so much fun than building cars that are just for straight up speed and acceleration. Oh my god, this drives so well. It's so good. Oh man, instead of moaning and complaining that there's nothing to do in this game, people should really try doing stuff like this. Little handbrake here because I have to. Oh my god, that's so close to the inside. Ideally, what this car really needs is a nice diff setup, because right now I don't really have one, and a good transmission. Man, that's actually so much fun to drive. That is really, really fun to drive. I think there's a night version of this map as well that I would really want to try out. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna open the night version of this map because, like I said, it should be kind of fun at nighttime as well. Anyway, let's give that a shot too. Okay, we're in nighttime version of the same map, pretty much. Let's see what it's like now. Everything should be like lit up and everything, and it should look kind of nice. I'll try a bit of cockpit view though for the entire way down. So much fun. Just using weight transfer to go into the corner, like power slide into corners. Oh, it's so clean. Oh no, I'm in the wrong gear. Oh, I'm so stupid, bro. I pressed the button and it just didn't change gear. I deadass just pressed the button and it didn't change gear. Absolutely no handbrake use. Now I am. It's just a tap. I feel like it needs a tiny bit more power. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more power. Throw it sideways for inertia drifting. Perfect, bro. This is sick. This is generally so much fun. And it's so easy to control. Like, I'm not like struggling for grip, or I'm not like struggling to catch slides or anything like that. Went a bit too wide here. That is my fault. Oh no, I scratched my car off the wall. Little weight transfer action. Nice. Okay. Little handbrake here, because these are really, really tight hairpins. If I'm gentle in first, I can actually get this thing to handle really, really well. Even just by throwing it into corners sideways. That's honestly so much fun. Please try it out yourselves. Try to do stuff like this yourselves. It's honestly so much better than building like maxed out cars and stuff like that. Especially B class. Like I have an 8.6 that I ended up messing around with a long time ago, which I basically did a replica of Takami's 8.6, right? But then I ended up changing it so it's pretty much at the top of its class, but like not much has really changed from it. It's just got, I think, a tiny bit more power, and that's pretty much it. And you just go around, just sliding around every corner, and it's fun, and it's quick as well, because the car is fairly light, so you just push yourself through the corners very, very quickly. Yes, it's not the most efficient and the fastest way to get through the corner, but then again, obviously, anything like in Initial D isn't very realistic. I mean, obviously, what you'd want to do is go fairly slow around corners. If you want to take the best line, you know, drifting around the corner is not going to be the fastest way that you could go. However, it all depends on the type of line that you have. I mean, it's a little bit more exaggerated in Initial D, but if you do have to go around a corner very, very quickly, you could technically go a little sideways. A little bit, you know? Like have a tiny bit of angle pushing yourself out of the corners and stuff like that. It just is kind of good, except it's not going to be very efficient on your tires. Like those will just go so quickly. So, yeah. It's just a fun way to drive. Like I said, I've been re-watching Initial D recently, and I don't know, I kind of got this bug, because I remember the last time that I ended up watching it, I made a video on the channel back, I don't know when it was on like Forza Motorsport like 6 or something like that, and I took an 8.6 around the Nürburgring, like, because that was just what I was doing at the time. But it actually ended up getting quite a bit of views, and it was an interesting video. It was kind of fun, but like I said, for this time around, I just wanted to build something like this and go around this Hokkaido basically circuit or track mountain pass that this guy has created, because it kind of fits. Like the car is just perfect for it. See, like there, I kind of held the handbrake a tiny bit just so I could extend my slide. This is where I went a bit too wide. I kind of wanted to get the back end to slide out again as well. I think I need to play more manual with clutch. I think that'll help out a lot as well for this. That's where I just kind of drove in first a little bit without like flooring out or anything. I don't know, man. The car just drives really nicely. It's just nice and smooth. And I made it so it rotates very easy as well around corners. It doesn't understeer. It doesn't oversteer if you don't want it to oversteer. You can just sort of push it into corners and push it out of corners very easily. It's just nice. It's just nice to try something like this. It's a good little build. I gotta try and give it a tiny bit more power though. I think there's a bunch of different tracks as well that I could try and bring this thing out on, but I want to try and give this thing just a tiny bit more power. The turbo change is going to be about 300 horsepower. I think that may be a little bit too much. The thing is though, the only issue that I have with that is that my tires just won't be good enough now for adding this much power. Yes, I did end up changing it, but I know that the tires just won't be good enough if I do end up doing that. So what could I possibly try and do to give this thing more power? I could change the fuel system. I can give this thing an extra, like 30 horsepower. We could probably do this. Race fuel system. Should I? Do sports fuel system. There. There's another like 30 horsepower. Without much else really changing on this thing. I just need this thing to go. Like when I accelerate in second gear, it kind of like skips around a little bit and kind of wonders if it wants to go or not. And it's just kind of annoying trying that, but yeah, it's a little better this time. It's a little bit nicer this time. I just want to drive it for a few corners just to see what it's like. I'll bring it just down the mountain pass just a little bit here. I'm not gonna do the entire run. Just this kind of test this thing out. I'm not gonna go on the same tracks again and again. Okay. These corners are much longer here. So I'm gonna end up being a second for a lot of these. It's so easy to like just throw sideways. Oh yeah, they're better. Yeah. It's better. I mean, I am going downhill properly here, so... There it is. That's what I wanted it to feel like. So basically, when I go into a corner... I don't want to use a lot of steering. Like, I just want my throttle to basically push me around the corner. That kind of requires quite a good bit of throttle control. It's just on the way out, basically. I want it to be able to control the exit with the steering, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, I just want this thing to go into a corner, go sideways, and have just like this. Look at the minimal steering that I'm doing. That's perfect. That is exactly how it should feel. This is so much fun, man. Seriously, build your cars like this. It's seriously fun. I'm gonna go around this because I don't want to start the ticking in my ear of the drift zone. Third gear is actually not doing too bad either. It is really good. Getting a little sideways action. God, that looks so good. It's just constantly like, it just feels like it's constantly on its toes. If that makes sense. Like here, I can just do this. Sideways, through this corner. It's just weight transfer. Learning to drive around with weight transfer is kind of important. You can kind of take it to different cars and you'll be able to tell, you know, if they're good or bad or anything. Like just basically weight transferring your cars is pretty decent, I guess, skill to learn. Not even just in games, but like in real life as well when you're driving a car. It is pretty good. Just makes you a better driver in general. Makes you feel more in control of your car. So like when the car does this, right? And it changes from side to side and the weight transfer goes from side to side. Being able to catch it and being able to keep it in control is like, it's a pretty good skill set to have in real life. It'll stop you from getting into crashes more, I'll tell you that. Because I've seen people, you can see like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched car crash compilations and stuff like that. But there's always people, even in like front wheel drive cars, that just get so flustered as soon as the car starts fishtailing, it's just over, right? And yes, they happen with front wheel drive cars as well because people overcorrect all the time. And if you overcorrect a car, then it's over for you because it's gonna be in a constant state of fishtailing. And you just won't catch it again. That's what I'm saying, like, learning how to control weight transfer is kind of important. I feel like driving schools should teach you stuff like this as well. Not drifting in general, but like they should teach you like what to do in situations when you're about to get into a crash. You know what I mean? Like, what if this happens? What if you have to swerve out of the way very quickly to kind of stop an accident, but then you start fishtailing? You know what I mean? Like stuff like this, I'm pretty sure should be taught in driving school. Especially in Ireland. Like, I feel like there's so many bad drivers in Ireland, man. Yeah, it's a little slower for the Cara Este, like, mountain pass, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. It's not a very crazy video, but I wanted to try and build an initial D type of build for the channel. And it's just genuinely a super fun experience. Trying to build something like this. Yeah, the smaller tracks are definitely better for this thing. I'll need much more power to be able to do what I want to do on this track, the same way as the little tracks. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the S14. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, then of course subscribe, like this video, comment, share, do whatever it is you guys would like to do. But for now, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.